JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Man arrested, cash on ganja seized in St. Thomas operation. The police in St. Thomas have taken a man into custody following a targeted operation in Prospect on Friday. According to investigators, the joint intelligence raid began around 4:30 p.m. and resulted in the seizure of approximately 20 pounds of ganja. Officers also confiscated large sums of cash in multiple currencies, $2,197 US, 230 Canadian dollars, and 563,500 Jamaican dollars. Police fatal shootings reached 192 as Indicom probes latest incident in Negril. The Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, is reporting that fatal police shootings in 2025 have far surpassed the total figure recorded for all of last year. Some 192 fatal shootings have been recorded so far this year, compared to 100 for the same period last year. A total of 189 fatal police shootings were recorded for all of 2024. The latest incident occurred in Negril, Westmoreland on Thursday. A man was fatally shot and a policeman was wounded in an alleged confrontation during a police operation in Negril. The deceased has been identified as Nahari Richards, otherwise called Draco. According to police reports, about 4:34 a.m., a team conducted an operation in Tank Lane in Negril. It was further reported that the officers entered the premises and were allegedly challenged by Richards, who was armed with a handgun. During the alleged exchange of gunfire, a policeman and Richards were shot. According to the police, a loaded gun, a pistol with 6 9mm cartridges, was seized from him. Richards was taken to the Sabrama Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The policeman is being treated. Indicom is investigating the incident. Gang member given life sentence for gun find. The St. Catherine South Police on July 29 marked the conviction of Darren Sims, an alleged member of the Ratbat gang, as a major success in the Jamaica Constabulary Force's sustained bid to deter the deadly trade in guns and ammunition. Sims was sentenced to life imprisonment for stockpiling ammunition by High Court Judge Lorna Shelley Williams at the Gun Court in Kingston. He used to serve 22 years before the possibility of parole. Sims was arrested by the St. Catherine South Police's Special Operations Unit on April 25 in the parking lot of a popular fast food restaurant, sitting in a car which was searched, yielding a gun and 56 rounds of ammunition. He was sentenced under the Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act 2022, which came into effect November 1, 2022, introducing harsher penalties for offenses connected to the illicit trade, manufacture, stockpiling, possession, and use of illegal guns. For illegal possession of firearms and ammunition, conviction can result in life imprisonment with a minimum of 15 years before parole is considered. According to police sources, the Ratbat gang and Sims were under investigation for dealing and distributing guns and ammunition to gangs island-wide for years. Sims' arrest resulted in a viral video of him lying on the ground screaming while the lawmen tried to restrain him. In his defense, Sims claimed the video of him screaming was not an indication of guilt, but instead fear of the police squad that arrested him. A taxi operator who was driving the vehicle was acquitted. Up to June 21, the authorities had seized 738 guns, marking an 81% increase over the corresponding period in 2024, Chang revealed in Parliament. He also disclosed that 39,776 rounds of ammunition were recovered, which is about 7 times the number recovered for 2024. Police continuing probe into deadly Cherry Tree Lane attack. Almost a year after the tragic Cherry Tree Lane murders in Clarendon, the Jamaica Constabulary Force says the investigation remains active, with the police pursuing additional leads. On August 11, 2024, 8 residents were killed, including a 7-year-old child, when a group of men opened fire on attendees at a birthday party. Others were treated for their injuries. The JCF said it is reaffirming its commitment to securing justice for the victims and their families as the 1-year anniversary of the incident approaches. The JCF said forensics are being analyzed in pursuit of any additional leads in the case. 3 days after the shooting, one of the alleged perpetrators, 23-year-old Steve Smith, otherwise called Takeoff Osborne Store, Clarendon, was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with the police. 2 men, 33-year-old Leighton White, otherwise called Barnes, of Havana Heights, Clarendon, and the 28-year-old Dushane Smalling, otherwise called Snowman, of North Street, Clarendon, have been charged in relation to the murders. The case was last heard in the Home Circuit Court on May 29 this year. Both accused were remanded until November 6. In the meantime, the police are urging anyone with information that could assist in the investigation to call Crime Stopper 311, the National Intelligence Bureau at 811, or the nearest police station. Area 5 Commander provides update to Prime Minister Holness.
ACP, good to be in your zone again with your team.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, how are things in the area?
Things are pretty good so far. The last update I gave you, sir, things are in the same trend. In fact, we're seeing improvements in terms of property crimes. The last time I told you about that being a challenge. We continue to maintain a reduction in murders, shootings, rape also down, sir. But we continue to work at it to pull down the numbers in terms of property crimes, and we're seeing some positive trends so far in terms of the commission of those offenses.
Very good. Now we're here at the Cayman Special Enterprise Zone, the new home, where I would say in another couple of weeks you would start to see work being mobilized, including significant infrastructure work to raise the level of the land and to put in revetments. All kinds of works will happen here. A few weeks ago, we opened Raintree, which is in close proximity. And there are other developments along this Mandela corridor. And I know that whenever we have these kinds of works going on, it will attract persons who have interest in working on the site. And we welcome all persons who want to be employed and who want to work and contribute to the building of the country. We encourage you, and in fact, on all of these government projects, when our young people come for work, even if they're not skilled, we have programs partnering with Heart where they can get skills. However, what we do not want is for the criminal gangs and those who claim that they are dons coming to try and take over the site and claim that no work can happen unless it goes through them, and they are a real pest on the project. So we have been speaking with the Police High Command about how we're going to secure all of these public construction sites to ensure that public resources don't end up in the pockets of gangs. So tell us, ACP, how are you and your team securing these sites generally?
Well, sir, I would want to tell you that with the team I have, I can assure you that that will not happen on these sites. In fact, we have taken steps to secure all the other sites. We have Raintree, where we have visible police presence there. We're working with the developers, and the disruption that took place there, we dealt with that already. In fact, the community, I believe, is now on board and understand what we want to achieve. As it relates to the Cayman Special Economic Zone, we have police on site from Saturday. So we have started from now to have the engagements. The team will, of course, employ our intelligence apparatus to look on the overall community space and the different communities that might be impacted and how they can contribute to that. We also look on risk assessment by our intelligence team. We look on the access control. We continue to do surveillance, and there will be other meetings to determine, the number of persons we would need to have on this site.
Very good. So, in terms of your deployment, do you have a special team that is dedicated to projects, or it's incorporated in your general security?
We try to incorporate it in the general security, but a project of this nature would require us to sit down and build out a comprehensive security plan.
Yes.
Where we can have specialized team focused on development. This area.
Because in this area alone, you have this, which is massive. It's a 200-acre infrastructure build out, and 50 acres of intense possible building developments as well. Just across the road down there may be 2 or 3 other sites going on, in addition to Raintree, and then in close proximity to this, you have the Bernard Lodge lands, and then you have the Spanish Town Hospital, the new wing. So you have quite a number of projects to police. You may very well have to have a special division now dealing with projects, which shows you how the country is growing. But it's absolutely important that these projects don't end up funding criminals. And that just defeats the purpose. We want everybody to come and work, but we are not going to support criminality.
And we understand that, sir. We're going to ensure, even through our community activities, the community engagements. I think one of the things I see that work is that when the developers engage with the communities long before the projects, and I've seen some benefits of that even in where we're having the water treatment plant.
Oh yes, and that project too. Yes,
those developers went in from early and have the buy-in of the community, so they are also assisting.
That's a real Cobra water treatment plant.
Yes, sir.
I forgot about that, and I also forgot about the new police station that is being built, which I should really go and visit to see how far it is.
Yes, sir.
In Spanish Town.
Spanish Town. Yes. They're about 25%.
I haven't been there. I really must go and visit. There's so many things that we are doing. Sometimes I forget about which project is where and where they are, but there's so many projects. But ACP,
yes, sir.
Keep up the good work, you and your team.
Thank you, sir.
I was wondering why this beautiful lady is in this area. I am used to another area.
The champion area.
Yes.
JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.